Welcome to Real Talk with Tim C.
Hey, Tim C.
There's a verse, Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1 through 2. It says, "Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees to deprive the poor of their rights and withhold justice from the oppressed of my people, making widows their prey and robbing their fatherless." You know, I struggle with some words to come up with and to kind of express, you know, my feelings about the Trayvon Martin case. You know, I'm passionate about this work. I've been working with teens for quite a while. As a matter of fact, right behind the cameras here are guys that I actually work with, that I'm teaching how to do some camera work. So most of you that know me know that I'm passionate about this work, not only in terms of me working and in this field, but also what I do outside of my job. And so, you know, I just wanted to kind of share a couple of things. You know, I've heard some comments from both sides, and I've heard comments positive and negative. I guess my first reaction was kind of like what George Bush said in 9/11. When 9/11 happened, he said, "We will bring them to justice or bring justice to them." And my first outcry was, Lord, then let's go bring, the courts didn't bring justice, let's go bring some justice down there. But then I thought about also what a friend of mine, Status, was saying, because her point and kind of my point yesterday was somebody, you know, he needs to pay. Somebody needs to pay for this. It's an injustice. Somebody needs to pay. And one of the things that she shared in her Facebook status was something that really kind of not only stuck with me, but just kind of like knocked me down spiritually, so to speak. And she said, as she heard from Jesus, and he said, you know what? I paid it. I paid it. Every Zimmerman sin, every murder, every robbery, you know, Jesus said, I paid it all. And that kind of like brought me to my senses, so to speak, because as outraged as it is, and horrendous as it is, there's something that there's nothing that we have done that Jesus hasn't paid for. So as we get outraged about not only what has happened down in Florida, but hopefully you will get outraged also about the children that are being murdered by themselves in our cities, in Detroit, in Chicago, alone. 216 kids are already in the city of Chicago, over 500 last year. And these weren't necessarily murdered by the Zimmerman type people, but these were gang-related and violent. And I understand that the situations are different, but I think that as a nation, and especially as a nation of Christians, we've got to get from under our seat of comfortability and begin to do something and make some difference in the lives of our young people across this nation. So my challenge is to you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is just what you're doing? Is it just a Facebook status? Is it just outrage? Or this week, what difference are you going to make in the lives of a young person that is perhaps at risk or doing something that needs some direction? So that's my challenge to you. We'll get through this. We'll get through this, and God will get the victory. So that's my prayer for you. So again, until next time, see you on Real Talk with Tim C.